Hey folks, this is Matt once again. This time coming at you with a film from the year 2000 that I wanted to review for a little while. The Cell. This is the New Line Platinum series, which has a commentary with the director, commentary with the production team, deleted scenes with directed commentary, visual documentary style as substance. Several of Tarsem's collaborators reflect on his work, visual effects, vignettes, interactive brain map, and an empathy test, a trailer, a teaser, and the bat there. And I actually like these cardboard ones. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I like them because they're stronger. They don't break easily like the plastic. I like the cardboard. It seems stronger. And they put a lot of effort. This is what New Line Cinema, like before, of course, being bought out by Warner Bros. Wholeheartedly. But New Line Cinema, this is why I never understood. Like, I haven't been a Ninja Turtle movie fan. Why they didn't do this for any of those films, especially the first one, which was the biggest independent film of all, like humongous hit. But like, look at the care they put into this. Like, you have this, and then this actually flips out, and all the features I mentioned. Look at this. Beautiful visuals, which this movie has tons of beautiful visuals. This is what the Nightmare on Elm Street remake should have been. See this? Visuals? I'll go and keep bringing that up because this film I watched once again with my friend Effrey, who had never seen the film. But I wanted to show him because I remember I had ranted on the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. And I mentioned that, 10 years ago, you have a film like this, The Cell. This is a film, this film cost about $33 million, give or take. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake cost about $35 million. Where did the money go in the remake? Because you watch this film was made for around the same price. And we really didn't have New Line Cinema, which New Line Cinema had on Elm Street. And in a way, it kind of does, but now they're bought by Warner Brothers, so, But yet, this film dealt with dreams and nightmares, and there's so much visual creativity. Now, this director, Tarsem Singh, this guy, before this film, had done music videos by Samuel Bayer. This director had done music videos. But he knew that if you have dreams and nightmares, you have to put a little visual creativity, and this guy does in spades. Because you have Jennifer Lopez, who's a child psychologist, who there's this new, experimental treatment where you have a little bit like Dreamscape. I had seen this film way before Dreamscape, but like a little bit like that. But you have two people, like in these suits, and they're on a table, and then the table gives way, and they're suspended. And Jennifer Lopez can go into, say, a catatonic kid's brain, his dreams, his nightmares, and try to reach him through there. So she's been trying with this kid and hasn't been successful, quite successful so far. But at the same time, you have this killer played by Vincent D'Onofrio, who is a really twisted individual. He has this place where a woman is there, and then by itself, it's in this room, this glass sort of cage, that water will fill up from time to time, ultimately making the woman drown. And Vincent D'Onofrio, his killer, tapes it, then takes her and like tries to make her into a doll. Like, he's very much into albino. Like, he has an albino dog. Really nice looking dog. Cool, weird looking eyes. And like bleaches his victims, and he actually put hooks on his back and hangs over on top of the woman. I mean, it's really weird stuff. But there's also a guy who's fucked in the head, and he has to take medicine as well. And he does in one time, and Vince Vaughn actually plays an agent, FBI agent, who is on the case, and they find where this guy's at, but when they get there, the guy didn't take his pills in time, and he's kind of in a catatonic state. And the only way they can find this latest victim in order, because there's a time limit, is to get in touch with Jennifer Lopez and this group doing this experimental program. so Jennifer Lopez can go in Vincent D'Onofrio's mind and find any idea where this woman is kept before she dies. So I like the idea. I like that plot. And mainly I mean, some people may not like the cast, but Jennifer Lopez, I never had a problem with. I don't know if people maybe because when she went from Out of Sight and these projects to J Lo, the singer, maybe people like I don't know J Lo, and then when her and Ben Affleck were together and they kept talking about it all the time, maybe people got tired. I never had too much of a problem with Jennifer Lopez. She does fine in this film. I liked her. Vince Vaughn. I know there's some people who don't like Vince Vaughn, but why I like Vince Vaughn in this film, he's very low key. A lot of times he's. I like Vince Vaughn. A lot of films like Swingers with Jon Favreau, but a lot of times he's like big, maybe over the top. Or he has this swagger to him. He doesn't have any of that in this film. He's the FBI. He's very low key. It's very natural, and that's what I liked about it. Vince Vaughn was natural and low key, and you kind of wish, Vince Vaughn would play more roles like this. So even if you're not a fan of Vince Vaughn, you may like him in this film because it's a different performance. It's a more low key performance. Vincent D'Onofrio, really talented actor, especially in Full Metal Jacket. He plays a good psycho. And like I was saying, Tarsem Singh, this is a guy who went on to do. He did a film called The Fall, which I haven't seen. He did that film The Immortals, which came out recently. I know Mickey Rourke was in it. Haven't seen it. I didn't realize this. I guess he's doing that film Mirror Mirror with Julia Roberts, which that's too bad. I'm sure it'll look good, but still. Um, but this film, I remember I showed my friend Effrey for the first time, and he just kept complaining about Samuel Bayer, and I'm like, Samuel Bayer didn't make this. He's like, I know that, but the Elm Street remake, this is a film that had about the same budget. It was 10 years after this film. And by the way, um, there were times where this reminds you of like Silent Hill video game, and this was done a year before Silent Hill 2 video game. And I don't know, just it has such a great. I mean, I like the story. I like the cast. I know my friend had a problem with it. And the score I was okay with. I mean, it could have been better, but Howard Shore did the score. It could have been, it was okay, but um, I know he was impressed with just the visuals of this film. I mean, you compare this to Elm Street remake. Think about it. Elm Street remake should be. You have that name. It should be up to snuff. When you have the same budget, you might as well say the same studio. Two people. They made their first film. Come right off music videos. Tarsem Singh, like Michael Keane. If he's watching this, Michael Keane. If you have not seen The Cell, watch The Cell. And as you're watching it, keep thinking the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Two people, music video directors, they made their first film. You see where the budget went into this film. When she's going to the guy's mind, even the beginning when she's going to the kid's mind, but the visuals, like there's a scene where she sees the young boy version of the killer trying to reach him, and for some reason there's this horse there. Oh, this is very nice, and he looks up and there's like a clock going, and Jennifer Lopez, oh, what's wrong? He pushes her out of the way to help her because this is the innocent boy, young version of Vincent D'Onofrio. And all these blades come down on this horse, cuts the horse in pieces. But not only that, then those pieces are like encased in glass, and they each separate. So it like cuts. It cuts like this, and then each bit like separates. And she can actually walk through, and there's a portion where the heart is still beating in the horse. You're like, what the fuck? But it's a good one because it's like it's a dream, it's a nightmare. Anything can happen. There's a scene where she witnesses like the kid being baptized when he was young, and the way the camera goes from like out of the water, these people baptized, goes over the people in one shot, then goes where the upside down, right back into the water in one shot. Um, just really. Later on, you have was supposed to represent where he puts these people in this cage, this glass cage with the water filling up. But you have this weird looking woman, and the water is more blue, and I don't know. You look at visuals like this, like Vincent D'Onofrio. The times he has these different types of weird makeup to show him more and more as a monster, who's chasing this innocent young version of him as a boy. I mean, you look at these visuals here. This is Vincent D'Onofrio, and just the eye-catching, very eye-catching, very wonderful to look at. I mean, this is how dreams and nightmares should be like. This imagination, creativity. And when you watch the film, which is why I'm not giving a lot away visual-wise, it's a very satisfying experience. And when you learn little bits like, Jennifer Lopez, there's a little bit you find out that I believe she had a baby brother, like a little brother who was killed. I'm not sure if it was a baby or just, a baby brother. I can't remember which. But then you find out, okay, this is a reason why she died in child psychology, why she's doing some things at the end. And it's just a really satisfying, visually arresting experience. And I know one guy who was a big fan, which I think is cool. It's Roger Ebert, who gave this review here. He gave it 4 out of 4 stars. This was on his 10 best of 2000. And the film did well, actually. I mean, it cost around 30 some and made about 60 some million bucks. What I liked is that this made 66 million, give or take. I think the Nightmare on Elm Street remake made like 61, give or take. So I like that this film actually did a little bit better than the Elm Street remake. But that's what I mean. This film had just... This is what Elm Street remake... People, oh, why do you bash that, if they ever do? Then watch this film about how you take a music video director who makes his first film and all the visual creativity he puts in this film. These actors do a fine job, these three. You also have Jake Weber, who was in the Dawn of the Dead remake. He's a guy who he said he was like a TV repairman, and he was helping Ving Rhames and the lead girl. That's Jake Weber. He's in this film. The guy who's the manager and major lead with the big mustache, he's in this film. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely rated R, as meant to be. It's run by Mark Petrosevich, which I remember telling my friend he wrote Thor, but I guess he came up with the story for Thor. And I'm not sure what else the guy has done. Wow, this film just really spoke to me. Well, it really was just a really interesting, entertaining film. That's my cat meowing. Sorry about that. Not wanting to be quiet. And this film, I mean, Grant, he's been through with films, I'm sure. Like, he wrote I Am Legend. Now, I liked I Am Legend, so yeah, just the effects were not up to snuff, in my opinion. Yeah, he came up with the story of Thor. He didn't write the screenplay. He came up with the story of Thor. But yeah, this film was nominated for an Oscar for Best Makeup. How the Grinch Stole Christmas won, but I really like the effects in this. Really well done. It's a good mixture of practical with some CGI, but practical as well. But either way, I really enjoy the film The Cell. This is a very entertaining, solid, visually arresting film that, I know my friend kept saying, fuck Samuel Bear, fuck him in his ass, fucking asshole. Because, this guy, Samuel Bear talked shit, no, I did this and did that. You guys showed up. You watch this film, you're like, man, Samuel Bear, you're dealing with dreams and all this stuff, and you don't have any imagination compared to this guy. This guy would have made an awesome Elm Street movie. You watch this film, you're like, just the visuals alone. And plus, I like the story. I like the actors. I like the way the movie went. I have shorts on, that's why you see my legs. But very solid film. Enjoy this film very much. It's a great movie. I'm sorry that my cat gets meowing because he won't shut up. But either way, thanks for watching and take care. Later.